Read it. Oh, Sagan, so Sagan's gonna read it. Her teacher.
Hello, everyone. I'm one of TT's best friends. She has a bunch of them, but I promise I'm the best. I'm going to read this for TT right now. Dear Al, it really grieves my heart to write this final letter to you. My heart is so heavy right now because this is by far the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I miss you so much. Your heart was as pure as gold. You were honestly the most giving and trusting person I knew. L, if I can only rewind the hands of time, I would have undoubtedly took your place. I miss you, and I could go on and on about our good times, our bad times, and even those times in between. I'll miss your smile, your standing too close to me, and always accidentally stepping on my foot. All the things you did that made you so unique. I only hope that through everything, I was able to show you at least half of what you meant to me. If I ever told you enough, I love you. If I never told you enough, I love you and desire to have such a giving spirit like you. You'll always be my L. Love you, big sister TT.
Way worse than Zane.
He was way worse than
His
Zane.
name was,
Ladies and
his
gentlemen,
name was Greg,
He was the director of what you guys
he was the original director.
ladies and gentlemen, we're down here on Market Street,
Viacom.
right in front of hold on, where we at? 17.
We're the originators, man. We are the original. We are the original community access TV. This is who community access TV is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're right here on the corner. We call this, what do they call this? San Francisco Commons. We're here. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. That's where it started. That's where this is the foundation. The foundation. The cement that it was built on. The cement. The concrete.
Oh, I'm the cameraman,
This is
so you
the
talking.
concrete that this station was built on. This house you see over here was a house that we built.
That's the house that
We
we
built this house.
Now look, you gotta understand, from Petrel Hill to Market Street,
Yes.
that's what we represent. The original channels on Petrel. It was a 2 black and white camera loft, and we had 3 people up in there doing shows.
this side,
Maybe 4 if you're lucky.
Yeah. Okay.
And the 3 of them was David Whitaker, Diamond Dave, Dangerous George, and Royal Kent. That's me.
Did you hear that, y'all?
Now we
The founding
negotiated.
fathers of
We
Channel 29.
negotiated every advance of public access television. We personally negotiated with the city of San Francisco, with Viacom, the cable owner at the time, and later Comcast. There was another one in between.
I forgot. I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just here for a minute.
They were here for a minute.
Yeah.
We negotiated every advance in studio. We got the color studio. The first color studio was a direct result of our negotiation with Barry Georges and Viacom, and got the money together. Me and Juan Ramirez, the man you see in that video, we personally went down and looked at spaces to bring the new studio to.
So what
it's all
we're trying to tell you is that community access TV would not exist if it wasn't for a brother like this. You see what I'm saying? It wouldn't be no community access
And
TV
these brothers
in
too
San
have
Francisco.
carried the flame from that time to this under the tutelage of Dangerous George and Trip City, USA.
Right. There's a few.
This city is indebted to the legacy of community access TV. You're in debt.
When they had 100,000 homes that had cable.
Right, I remember
when
back in
public access
when
first
public
came into
it was just
existence.
100,000 people.
It was a federal law
right
at that time. that law was rescinded some years later, but the concept had already caught on.
Right, right.
Then you had things like Wayne's World jump out there and made it mainstream.
From the blueprints, y'all. This the blueprint.
Straight up
right
from
here.
the blueprint of public access. The same public access we did in the black and white studio with the loft is the same public access we supposed to be doing right here.
Right. Well,
So who do you think should be running public access TV?
excuse me, sir.
You're looking at the people who should be running public access.
I think I may have put the camera in this man in because there's a cameraman.
Go ahead,
You want to say
get in there, get in there, Ace.
No,
get in there, get in there.
Because
Go ahead,
it
get in
look
there.
like you jumping in.
Get in there,
you
man.
jumping all in. Well, you got to excuse it, but sometimes we have cameraman producers, but we come from that crop where the producers produce the producers.
That's right. That's
And so
right.
that's what's really going on.
That's
you know?
the formula.
That's the formula. That
Always
is
was,
formula.
always will be.
Always will be that way. We're right in front of what we got here, San Francisco Commons. We know it as public access, and that's what we want to preserve. That concept, public access. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And I understand that these new operators, they're going to take us to a higher height as far as technology, and that's a good thing. But we cannot let them forget about the foundation, how we put this together. How, ladies and gentlemen, we coming to you like we are right now. Because if it wasn't for founders like yourself and us, and back in the days, we wouldn't be able to do this in front of their TV station and take it back and air it so you can see what's going on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So-
running right through the cable.
Right through the cable, right into your homes, and find out exactly what's going on the streets on an everyday level that the mainstream press wouldn't even cover.
Right.
But just be trying to give it to you and your mother.
All right, then we're gonna get back to you guys on this community access TV real level, because we talking about real community access TV,
Yeah, the actual
and the factual
and the factual.
of the actual community access TV. Ain't nothing common about that.
Nothing common about it. No. Open up.
Get him right, because we're going to have him come over here. Hold on. Come here, sir. Come here. Just 1 minute. I know you're late. I know. We just was hello, everybody. We're doing this for all the alumni of Channel 29 that have been around for a long time. Give us your name. What's your name?
How are you, my name?
There he goes.
How are 54321 Mark. This is Ron Bermudez from Salsa La Raza with RonBermudez.com, inviting you to check out the program every Saturday at 3:30 p.m. on Channel 29. And this is a good friend of mine.
How long you been producing down at Channel 29?
I've been producing Channel 29 since 1973.
Woo, see, you
Okay.
look at that. Hey,
So-
this is the foundation here, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so thank you for your support.
We're going to need you to be on the board with the
Watch the
Dangerous
program.
George.
Okay.
Dangerous George Foundation. We're going to put one together. Want you as an honorary board member.
All right,
All right.
thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
See what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen? This is something that they wouldn't normally get, but then the Godfathers like y'all have provided a tool for us to do this kind of thing. Do you think that the mainstream press will a Negro like myself ain't got a dime in his pocket, but I got the knowledge up here to come out and bring this news to you like this? Here in San Francisco, a metropolitan city, where all the ladies have the big... No, keep it clean, keep it clean, keep it clean. House will just have 4 or 5 of these.
Stop.
Oh, okay, stop. I'm sorry. Here we go. Stop. Now, I gotta go to home, right?
Wait for that to finish.
Wait till that's finished. This is a technique that I've learned here in the last couple of months. I'm getting to be good at it, just pushing the buttons. No, this is what I do. I transfer when I have it on VHS to the DVD, and then this is how the medium we use it here. And,
So put it in DVD mode,
put it in DVD mode, put it in DVD mode, pow.
and then hit home,
Put it in home, ow. And then
this country, you know where you are now.
this minute, and then pow, and then final.
And everybody looking at this tape right now, turn your TV on, because it's going to be on. It's on up in here. Turn your TV on.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if y'all watching tonight's show, the really show entitled I Have Been Served. Yes, I was served at San Francisco Housing Development.
Let me call you right back, baby.
Reverend Brown.
Doing 2 minutes. I'm gonna
served
call you,
me
call you right back.
stay-away order,
All
right in
all
there.
right.
You know, had his lawyers, had the housing authority lawyers serve me. Do you know how complicated that is? I've been down to City Hall and we'll have the city attorneys look into that. He's a little above his power there, but this is ace on the case. here in the place. I want to say thank you, baby, thank you. Okay, we're gonna take pictures here as soon as I go on. First-hand information.
About the studio one more time.
One more time.
It's not happening. The main studio, just so you guys know, my name is Idale Wilson.
Hey, well, come on, give
I
us the
was
latest.
newly appointed to the advisory board.
Yes, what's the
Coming
latest?
from my heart, it hurts very much. But the main studio will not be open anymore.
Until after what?
Until after January, or if they can get it set up, though. That's the thing. I'm just saying. It's going to be a new change. Let me just say that, you guys. Everybody be patient. Maybe get with the newness, but it's not happening. And I'm just being for real. It's nothing we can do.
About what?
When I say
wait,
I can do,
what do you mean by what? Wait, hold. We don't want to give out the wrong information. Excuse me. We don't want to give out the wrong information. Now, we know that they're going to close down in December.
December 20th is the last day.
That's the last day. Okay, well, we already know that. So, we as a committee, both of y'all are on this committee that we talk about, where I've already booked out for the first week of December. We're going to use the studio to do interviews of politicians. We're going to bring all them in here in the studio.
Who'd you get that from?
Huh? Where'd I get what from?
Who'd you get that they're going to use the studio?
I just booked it for a week, first week of December. I'm booking every day. You can book it. Yeah, you can do production works. But I'm not using their equipment.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, people could go in there and use the studio. So we don't want to give out the wrong information. As far as the studio, that's closed. That's a done deal. We can't use their equipment.
If you have, you got their permission and stuff like that.
So let that be known. Let that be known that you can use the studio and we are going to use it. But I just wanted to give out it. So listen, now we are going to have our transition team meeting coming up right after the holidays. Right after the holidays. I've been dealing with San Francisco, down to City Hall and stuff. And so I just wanted to let everybody know we was going to have what's going on here. So I thought I'd let you know. I just want our people to know that, ladies and gentlemen, we're on top of everything here. We're down here. They just came out to the meeting. We just had a report from two of the members that's on there, and we was just discussing what's going on. So I don't know how informed we can put our community, we have to, that's it. Bye-bye. So ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Happy holidays, everybody. It's Thanksgiving. Y'all want to give a shout out for Thanksgiving to somebody?
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
All right.
All those Seattleites up in the Northwest.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Somebody want to give a shout out for Thanksgiving?
Happy Turkey Day.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Do it the turkey way.
All right, everybody.
Good turkey.
Good night.
All right. Hey, I'm going to show you. All right, Roy.
All right. You can cut it off now.
Whatever that stands for. They are the Community Service Agency. That is a state agency that provides funds for EOC. And a second correspondence, piece of correspondence that came in from several agencies in the city of San Francisco that provide funds for EOC. In recent weeks, both of those departments, at the state and at the city, have made demands on EOC, which have not been fully responded to, and an effort was made to convene an emergency meeting of the board today in this room so that we could consider how to respond to those demands that have been made of EOC. That meeting is not taking place because of the 13 members of the board. There were some who were out of the area due to Thanksgiving, visiting family in other parts of the country or the state. Some who we had difficulty getting in touch with because of not sufficient information to reach them by telephone or at their address. And a third segment of the board that chose not to come because they didn't want to come to a meeting today. And that's true. And a couple who were not present because of illness. Nevertheless, on a 13-person board, you need 7 of those 13 in order to have a quorum so that you can conduct business. Once it was determined this morning that we did not have 7 so that we could conduct business to address the concerns of the state and the city relative to EOC, a decision was made to cancel the meeting today. That is why no meeting is taking place of the EOC board right now. So I respect your presence here because of your concern about child care, I take it, or other matters of EOC. But we're also making an effort to convene a meeting this coming Thursday at 6 p.m. at the EOC office on Fillmore Street. And you're certainly invited to come to that meeting if you would like to. But I would also advise you that child care is not on the agenda for that meeting. If you want to come out of your interest in what's generally going on with EOC, you may do that, of course. But the important business of that meeting as an emergency meeting is to understand how this agency at the board will respond to the demands that are being made of EOC at the executive level and at the board level from the state of California and from the city and county of San Francisco. That is the business of the meeting that's coming up on Thursday. So I would invite my other two colleagues on the board to make any statement that they would like to supplement what I've said.
You could maybe share with the people your conversation with Dwayne Jones in terms of the program continuing.
Yes. I would respectfully request, if there is press present at the meeting, that you respect our ability to try and save this program and move forward with a positive agenda to make things work better, that EOC has responsibility for. It would help us if we did not have press regarding this particular meeting, and I respectfully request that that be the case. Option of that service being provided to you. So on Monday, proceed with taking your children wherever you have been taking them. There is no disruption of that program in the city, so your services will continue. And that is a very high priority for EOC to continue making that program work, in fact, work better than it does now. But please understand there's been no disruption of the administration of that program, so on Monday, continue to do what you've been doing in terms of where you take your children for service. The three of us have been in constant contact over the last several days with Dwayne Jones, who is the mayor's representative, and communicating with board members and staff persons regarding how they want to proceed in an effort of the mayor's office to save this program and to understand how to rebuild and strengthen it. So we're not here just solely as individuals. We are indeed carrying a message from the mayor's office, and we're working to try and convene the board so that the board can act responsibly on doing what needs to be done to move this program forward. Yes.
Have they extended the timeline?
I beg your pardon?
Have the mayor's office or DCYF and First Five extended the timeline that was given to EOC?
I was told today that because we were not able to convene a meeting, that I should anticipate, and this was from Dwayne Jones, that we should anticipate that they would in fact extend the November 30th deadline 2 or 3 days to give the agency an opportunity to convene the meeting next week. He is fully aboard on the idea that it is Thursday of next week that we will have a board meeting that is formally called and where we will have a quorum and will be able to respond to the concerns of the city regarding the program.
Thursday, what time?
Thursday, 6 o'clock at EOC on Fillmore Street.
1426. My name is Darnisha Wright. I'm a member of the board as well. Just to explain to you guys a little bit about how the EOC board works. EOC has what's called a tripartite board. It's split into 3 parts. Each part has 5 pieces to it. I'm on the public officials section. Public officials are, as described, public officials. So I actually represent the Board of Supervisors. The supervisor that I represent is Sophie Maxwell from District 10. So I am actually, truly not on the board. It's Sophie Maxwell who is actually on the board, and Sophie has selected me to be her designee. As her designee, I have full authority to vote and to voice my opinion and to act as a full board member. But I just want you guys to understand what it means for me to be a designee in the public official section of the board. I have other contemporaries on the board who are also in a similar position. Those people are representing the mayor's office, Nadine Burke. Representing the Board of Supervisors, you have myself. Representing the San Francisco Unified School District, in particular the president of the board, Kim Office, you have James Calloway as her designee. And the final member of our board is Assemblyman Leland Yee. Senator Leland Yee. Senator Leland Yee also holds a seat. Mr. Yee has designated a gentleman named David Baruto to serve as his designee. So I just want you guys to understand how that board is made up. You have 5 people in the public official section, you have 5 people in the private sector, and you have 5 people that are considered under a low-income sector of our board. So that being explained to you, I want to let you know that on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, everything possible is being done to retain this agency, to retain child care, to be sure that every child has a place to go next week as they have for many years, and that each of you as teachers and staff people maintain your position. I'm a longtime supporter of EOC. I was raised in the EOC kitchen. My children attended EOC child care. Ms. Durley back there, actually, Ms. Durley and her mother both taught my children at Martin Luther King Child Care Center many years ago. So my interest is that I truly care. You know, my educational background was to be a school teacher. I've cared about children all my life. And I just want to let you know that on behalf of the city, we are aware of the issues. We are trying to address the issues. I don't want you to think that these are new things. We have been trying to address these issues for many months. I started very shortly after for many of these changes in conjunction with the mayor's office and with Supervisor Maxwell several months ago. And it's been a very difficult road forward, and I'm just very pleased that at this point it's taken a lot of difficulty, it's taken a lot of hardship, but we are now on the road to change. And not everything worth having, you have to fight for. Nothing worth having is ever easy. It's never given to you on with something attached. You have to be willing to fight for what you believe and to advocate. And I'm just so pleased to see all of you out because you care. So please pass the word along that, you know, we are diligent. We do have a board of directors that does care. We are not going to sit by and let this agency be disbanded. We are not looking to see children be relocated. We are not wanting to see children's child care centers closed. That's on behalf of this board of directors and particularly on behalf of the city and county. They are not, the city does not want to see these things closed. And the state does not want to see these places closed. What they want to see is for us to come into compliance, and they've given us some very simple directions on how we can do that. It's not difficult. It's not rocket science. No one has asked us to do anything that's impossible to be done. So with that, I hope some of your fears are allayed. I hope that that gives you a little bit of calm, a little bit of peace over the next few days. The most important thing that needs to happen is our full board needs to respond on Thursday. We are all volunteers. None of us get paid for being on this. We go to lots of meetings and we all go on the phone for days and days. None of us get paid for this. We all do it as a labor of love. But even though we don't get paid for doing it, it's a responsibility. When we decide that we're going to take this volunteer responsibility, I took a responsibility to represent you all, and that's a serious responsibility to me. And because I have that responsibility, I don't feel that I have the moral option of not being here. It's just not an option for me. I showed up late on Tuesday, and I'm sorry I missed you guys on Tuesday. I don't feel like I have a moral option of just not being here and just not voicing my opinion and instead trying to hide under a rock somewhere and say that I never said anything. Don't allow the rest of us to do that either. I can't divulge information on how to contact our board members. I've gotten a number of calls over the last few days. There is one that I can divulge information on, though, and that is Senator Leland Yee, because he is a public representative. He represents each of us. He's an elected official. I have communicated with him personally by email to ask him how is it that he takes the position that he takes and opposes the changes that need to happen? How is it that he allows his designee to just not show up and to refuse to discuss them? So these words are coming from me. They are not coming from the board of directors. They are coming from me as a community activist, as a person who loves people. Hold our public officials accountable. Hold them accountable. And make sure that they come to the table. And they can have any opinion they want, but you got to come and make that opinion, put your name and your face by what you say. If you're unwilling to put your name and your face to what you say, then you need to step aside because you're not serving the public. So that being said, thank you all, and if any of my other board members would like to address you.
My name is Wade Woods. I'm a member of the board. And I just want to say that everyone, please sign in on the sign-up sheet, and we will keep you abreast of things as they occur and as they're happening. We'll keep you informed. So be sure that you sign up on the sign-up sheet. And if anyone has an email, be sure to put that down because that's the easiest way for us to contact you. Thank you.
I think that completes the information that we came to give you. No meeting today, for lack of a quorum. Another meeting will be convened on Thursday at EOC at 6 o'clock. And go to your regular services for child care on Monday as you normally would. Thank you for coming. Yes, ma'am.
At the meeting on Thursday, will we as employees and parents, concerned people, will we be able to speak to the board or say how we feel?
I'm sure there'll be a public comment part of the agenda where you will be able to speak and express your concerns, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Got here late, but I got you a little information. Here's the update of the situation with the EOC closing funding source, but we'll find out from person that spoke on what was going down. This is Ace on the case, and you heard a little brother right back. These two here wanted me to say they want the press there. Both of those people are with the press. They're with the Post. Those two right there, they're on the board. So this is Ace in your face. Gentlemen, how are you?
Hey, Ace, how are you?
You came last Tuesday, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I was a little late though. Most of the parents had gone, but I caught a couple of the teachers last Tuesday.
We had most of the people
Okay.
at that meeting.
I heard about it. It sure did make me smile just to see it, just to hear it. So we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix
I got here a little late. Could you just give me an update? What is the status right now? I mean, is the funding available? Is the school here? Tell me, because give me an update.
Well, we have received...
First, identify yourself, who you are.
I'm Darnisha Wright. I'm the secretary of the board of directors.
You sure you're not a reporter? What you do with that, guy?
I do a little reporting sometimes as well.
All right, go ahead.
But we have received correspondence over the last 30 days from two major agencies. One, the state of California, who provides most of our child care funding, and two, the city and county of San Francisco. A joint letter from First Five, the Department of Children, Youth, and their families, and the Department on Aging. And what that letter said was that we had to make major changes in our administration, leadership, and our board composition, and that the consequence of not doing so by Monday, the 30th of November, would be the loss of our funding. And we were attempting...
How much is that about? How much funding are you talking about?
It's over $1 million, probably about $1.5 million. It's $500,000 alone for the Potrero Hill Resource Center. So it's quite a bit of money. And we attempted to have an emergency board meeting on Tuesday to meet the demands of the city and retain our funding. We were unable to have a quorum. Our board members didn't attend. I showed up. I was the only board member who attended.
We had two. How many board members was here today?
We had 3 board members
Yeah, was
today.
you?
Myself, Wade Woods, and Will Ussery.
Who was Reverend Brown? Was he?
Reverend Brown is just hosting us
he was here
on
facilitating.
behalf of the church and the NAACP.
Okay.
So as a result of being unable to have a quorum on Tuesday, we then recalled this meeting on Saturday to reach a quorum and be able to meet the demands of the city, which is change our leadership and change our board.
Does the board members know that this meeting is going on today?
They all know, and
the director know, the acting director knows.
They all know, the acting director knows, the president of our board knows. And
Who's the board
the president
president?
of our board is Hazel King, and Ms. Hazel King has also been asked to step down from our board and is refusing to do so, and that is one of the things that will hold our funding up. So today's attempt was again to get a quorum of our board. We were again unable to do that. We are going to ask that the mayor's office extend our 30th deadline until next Thursday, and we will be having another board meeting on Thursday. We'll be hoping to get a quorum on Thursday.
You mentioned
and
something
do the
about
business.
Dwayne Jones, because that's a powerful guy at the mayor's office. What is he? Is he negotiating, facilitating, or
Dwayne
what?
Jones has been working as the sort of as an ombudsman through this process. He's been representing the mayor's office. He's been troubleshooting. He's been helping us quite a bit
Yeah,
with
he
trying
has
to
that
resolve
title.
this.
He's the guy with the hot
He has been
gun.
doing a great job of troubleshooting, and we've been giving him lots of trouble to shoot.
Right. Okay. Well, listen. It's kind of an honor to be here, and I know at the beginning there's some of them at the beginning. Well, I got here at the end, but then I heard some quotes say we don't want the press in here involved. It was almost like, because two of your board members are on the press with the Post. What are you talking about? And you know what? I was trying to obey because I didn't want no trouble. I was trying to put my camera down, but I kept this going on. So this is going on. You're doing a wonderful job. I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
And quite an honor, and continue to fight. And hopefully with people like yourself on boards like this, and this is what some of the boards need all over the community. Boards that are accountable, at least to have 2 or 3 members that are accountable. But for the funding source that you guys seem like you should have more participation from your board. And you said a meeting on Tuesday, so that's...
Actually Thursday. This coming Thursday, December 3rd at 1426 Fillmore at the EOC office.
Okay. All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ace, on the case, in your face.